am one of 5 children, and my wedding was the only wedding that the Mormon Church would allow my father to attend. Prior to 2019, if you were a Mormon, you were not allowed to get married, have a civil wedding ceremony, and then immediately be sealed. Afterwards, you would have to wait an entire calendar year, with the threat that if one of you two were to die during that time because you'd made such a choice and prioritized a worldly wedding over a temple wedding, then you would be eternally separated because of that decision. There was a huge amount of pressure to get married in the temple immediately. To be able to get married in the temple, or to have people come and see you in the temple, everybody has to either be married or celibate, so following the law of chastity is what they call it. You have to give 10% of your income to the Mormon Church. You have to be a baptized member of the Mormon Church. So basically, if you were Mormon at this time period, no children, even if they were Mormon and doing all this stuff, they were not allowed to attend your wedding. And any family members that weren't also Mormon and paying 10% of their money to the church and following all the rules, none of them could attend your wedding either. And if you're like, most of my family's not Mormon, so I'm just going to get married outside the temple first and we can get sealed later, you were viewed as a bad person, morally inferior, and that was considered a sin that had the punishment of you having to wait 1 full year in order to be able to go and get married in the temple. Because I got married in France, and France is like, we do not fuck with that shit. Absolutely not. They require you in France to have a civil wedding ceremony first, and then you can have your religious ceremony. If you do the religious ceremony first, it just doesn't count for anything in the eyes of the law, which means that I was able to have the whole package. I was able to have a real wedding. It's really quite sad because I actually had family members after I posted pictures on Facebook be like, oh, we would have come if we'd known it was going to be a real wedding, because when you're in the Mormon Church in the US, you are denied a regular wedding, a regular time to celebrate with family and friends. You can have reception afterwards, but they tell you to really keep it down key. The emphasis should be on the temple. The emphasis should be on pressuring people who are not worthy to go to the temple. It's a whole thing. And because my older siblings followed the rules and did everything exactly like the church taught them to, my dad, who is Catholic, was not allowed to go to any of their weddings.